For the glory of the Soviet Union.
See how much charge this baby has.
What are you doing?
Aww, baby.
What are you doing?
Baby.
Baby.
This is I want to play too.
Bump City, bumpty bumpty bump.
Down to the nightclub. Ooh, yeah. Was she on?
I'm gonna elevate this on a drinking glass.
All right.
They're acoustics.
All right, guys. Let me just get these sorted and, all right. Turn that down a notch. All right. Well, everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Fargle Adventure, or The Fargle Apocalypse.
Should we applaud? Yay!
Hey! Now, we resume with our heroes. Y'all playing yourselves.
I'm a hero in my own mind.
No. This is fun. We resume with our mighty heroes who have been exploring out from their house in the middle of a Hampton Roads zombie apocalypse. The sky stained black. Where last we left our heroes, they had made their way to downtown Hilton, now ruined in many ways. But with almost no zombies or even dead bodies to be seen. They are in pursuit... I'm sorry, what was that?
I was gonna say most ominous.
Most ominous indeed. They're making their way to the Hilton Public Library, also called the Newport News Public Library, in order to try to find a clue that presented itself in Ryan Fogel's own picture. An old Polaroid he had of him holding up a childhood book, I Love You, Dear Dragon, by Margaret Hillert, which, in the photo, he could see, now that magic has re-entered the world, was actually a copy of the Necronomicon. On their way here, they stopped by the church at the roundabout, whose name I suddenly can't recall, even though I just listened to the episode of last time on the way to drive back.
It's called the New Jesus Life Church of the Living Waters, Universalist Church.
Yeah, okay, that one. And you found in the records office of the priest, you found another illusioned book.
That's right.
This one called...
I remember the name of it. It's the Malleus Maleficarum.
That's right. The Hammer of the Witches from 1487.
All right. In Newport News, Virginia.
And even though it would take some time to read, you can tell that it contains an English translation by Cotton Mather of what looks like rituals and history of witchcraft, sorcery, and magic. Maybe the same sort of thing that is now arising in Hampton Roads under these eternally black skies in this evil fog with the smell of smoke in the air and the dead walking the earth. So that's where we're going to pick up with our heroes. You guys have made your way past the burned Baptist church. Across the road, you saw that in that little divot under the bridge, just beyond the library, there was a big pile of, barricaded, vehicles and dead bodies. But these dead bodies weren't animated. You'd have to get closer to see details, but it does look like the only large concentration of dead bodies in one place you've seen anywhere around here. But you come across the front of the library, looming up out of the dark gray clouds here in the afternoon of this day, and you see before you that giant globe out front, and then behind it the triangular top of the library. So how do you guys want to proceed? What do you want to do?
We need to get into the library, but there's also a pile of burned bodies by the bridge. Do you want to investigate, or do you want to just get into the library?
I do want to investigate. Let's walk over to those. Let's sneak over to those burned bodies.
Let's not walk. Let's sneak.
I guess I want to know if it looks like they were killed and then just burned afterwards, or killed by fire somehow.
All right, as you make your way a little bit down Main Street, towards that that underpass, as it were. I'm gonna need, I'll say, stealth checks from the both of you.
Oh, stealth.
Let's change the music from happy to creepy, shall we?
What's the D symbol here?
A disadvantage. I think it's because you're wearing padded armor. We're not going to worry about that.
Okay.
Y'all are wearing thick clothes, but I don't think... I'm going to say, house rule, we're not going to do disadvantage for padded armor. So,
Okay.
just a straight roll.
I got 14 then.
I got 8.
14 and 8. Well, as you guys start making your way along the side of the road, trying to hug close to the trees, you get closer and closer to that rusted over overpass. As you kind of get close and start to get closer, the fog kind of diminishes with space. You can now see the piles of bodies in there. Some of them are wearing police uniforms. Some are wearing army uniforms. But most look like they're civilian. Quite a few of them look burned, but not all. A lot of them are chopped and hacked.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You're still a bit of distance away. You're not quite up on them yet, but I will say, as you get close, you can't help feeling like you feel a little exposed. There's not very much natural cover here. To get close to really investigate these still forms down there in that barricaded, burnt up, destroyed looking pit of wreck and chaos, you'd have to get closer again. And right now I'll say you feel like you don't really have much cover. You're not making too much noise yet, but if anyone's looking at you from some of the buildings around here, you're not going to have too much trouble seeing you. What are y'all thinking?
Do you want to investigate, or do you want to just leave it be?
Is it going to do us any good to know what happened to them?
Probably not. Probably just might be interesting to know, but something killed them.
Yeah.
Seems like something big and powerful came through and killed them.
And
Don't really know exactly what.
if they're burned, then there's not really anything worth pillaging or anything like that. So you want to just sneak over to the library? Should we find a back entrance?
I would.
Take cover. Okay. Should we send Carmen out
It's a good idea.
to scout around the perimeter of the library?
Alright, from your current location?
I think we want to move.
We should probably want to move first.
We want to move into cover near the library.
Alright. I'll say make another stealth check if you'd be so kind, and also...
9.
17.
Alright. Let's also have a perception check from the two of you, if you'd be so kind.
17.
15.
And you feel like you're doing a little bit better job being quiet. One or two of Fogel's footsteps crunch on some gravel, but honestly, working together, you guys feel like you make your way back into the cover of those big trees right next to the side of the library. You can sort of almost see or feel the big brick building rising silently on the other side of them. Can't fight.
Do we need to put them away?
But I will say,
No.
both of y'all start to hear a little jingle, jangle, jingle. Little ding-ding-ding. Almost like
That's weird.
like some little bits of metal jangling together. Like a little dingling. Not quite like a bell, more like I'll say with that high a perception check, almost like a dog collar or a pet collar or something like that, like a ring of keys,
Yeah.
maybe. It's hard to tell, but you hear it coming from the gloom, from somewhere in the direction of those burnt folks, but beyond, up on top of where the road is.
Okay.
You just hear it for right now.
Okay.
What an interesting clue. What do you think's jingling and dingling?
I don't know. Well, we're undercover now.
Could be a zombie dog, a zombie cat.
Zomcat.
I'll say y'all are
Zombie
more in
Zap.
cover. You're still kind of outside.
Okay.
Folk could, but you have a lot more coverage, like from visual spots around.
Okay.
Still not nearly as well hidden as you might be if you were, say, inside. But it's about as good as could be expected given your circumstances, I'd say.
Okay. I wonder if it's someone who has the keys to the library.
Maybe it's the zombie janitor, and we have to fight him for the keys.
Zombie janitor, or it could be the living janitor who burned all the bodies.
Could be.
What would the janitor have to do with that? Why would the janitor want that?
What was the direction that the jingle came from?
It's a bummer I don't have a map to show. Let me just show here. Here's Main Street. This is looking north. The burned bodies are about where this little line is here, that little overpass with the rusted metal underside. You guys are kind of up near here. You hear the jangle from somewhere in that green hillock area here. On the other side of the road, kind of further towards the top of the ground on the far side of that rusted out overpass.
I don't know if I want to get any closer to that. Seeing what we're seeing with the bodies.
Particularly with this music playing.
And we can sneak away and be closer to the library. Like, sneak around the back of the library, maybe.
Yeah. Let's just keep a low profile and get in that brewery.
Okay. I'll sneak.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, in order to try to find the best way in, while also being stealthy, I'm going to say, one of you needs to roll a stealth check, and one of you needs to make a perception check. Up to you who wants to do which.
My perception is higher than my stealth.
My perception is +0, my stealth is +2, so I should do the stealth.
Yeah, I'll do perception. There we go. Wow,
Natural 20.
10.
Natural 20. All right. That was natural 20 stealth. Quiet as church mice. You guys start creeping around, and is it 10? As you make your way around, it kind of looks like some of the glass is cracked. You don't see any large, completely caved-in areas where you could easily make through without disturbing any broken glass, however. Going through, none of the doors are already open. And you guys, as you make your way around the front, you get all the way to the front, the side facing Hilton itself. Side down here. And out by that big giant metal sphere, you almost have to try to make another round. But the thing is, you have been able, Mr. Vogel, to keep you guys. Maybe it's just your old Boy Scout training. Maybe it's just this feeling you have of being connected with the environment for the moment. But you're able to move the two of you around in an almost completely silent, unobtrusive way, hugging the inside of the tree line of the decorative trees that are placed all around. In this, for us in real life, it's like mid-September, but in this game, it's, well, I think late June, I think, right? Maybe
Yeah,
late June.
early
Yeah.
July, something like that.
So it is quite green. The leaves are thick, although things are looking a bit grim here under the eternal cloud. It's been several weeks of this. Maybe not as growing as thick as it should have in high summer. But as you start to make another round, this time the 10 finally kicks in. After a full rounding, on the second roundabout, you do notice That one door. It's closed, but it seems like a back entrance on the far away side. It looks like more of like an employee entrance. On the north side here, it could probably be forced.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Are we doing it?
I'm gonna put this little baby
Okay.
where she belongs.
Oh no!
Oh my! You putting her upstairs?
They're gonna just chase each other around and meow constantly.
Alright.
It takes away from that prisoner's music. When I hear like, "Meow."
Well, the creepy sound of like,
Say goodnight.
Good night, kitty.
Night night. Love you. Little baby.
Baby.
Naughty little baby.
To baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Carmen's like, yes, finally, take that miscreant away.
Oh, she's like, what? Baby.
This interloper. No more baby Mika, says Carmen.
I keep telling myself I gotta lose weight. And I'm gonna eat fast food.
I'm the same way, yeah.
It was so good.
Hmm?
It was so good though.
Well, great thing about that thing is that put the calories. It doesn't look like too many calories, especially for a small.
Right.
And it's like, well,
If only I weren't sitting for most of the day at my job.
yeah,
I mean,
Up
I'm
and
on the
about.
floor a little bit, but
yeah, good to be up and about.
Alright, so we found a door that looks like it could be forced.
we could force it open.
And you feel like you've done a good job of not only staying out of sight and out of notice, but being very quiet.
All right, forcing our way in.
Mr. Vogel?
How does forcing a door work?
I'd say you could take your tire iron and just work it in there and
Okay.
something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll do
I
that.
can also leave it up to you if you have an idea for how you want to force it.
So does it look like it can be done quietly, or would it create all the noise, forcing the door open?
For that stealth check,
Two.
I'd say you feel like if you made a good enough roll,
You thought.
you could.
She'll be quiet after like 5 minutes.
Yeah, she quiets down.
You think with that high stealth roll, that natural 20, you're in some ways still coasting on. You feel like if you roll a good enough athletics check or sleight of hand check, you can either pop it open in one quick pop or work it so that it slowly pops open. So I'll let you make either an athletics check or either one of you, an athletics check or a sleight of hand check to try to either pop it open real quick or work it open.
My athletics is 0, and my sleight of hand is +1.
My athletics is +1, and my sleight of hand is +2. So should I make the sleight of hand?
You should do it. You should force it open. You're better with the tire iron than me.
It's true.
It's your weapon.
I've had lots of practice with it in
Okay.
Project Zomboid.
Okay. That's true. You were preparing for this all along.
19 plus 2 is 21.
21. Deciding on the slow and steady and stealthy approach, you work the point in, move it up and down, you feel a latch, slowly prod and pry, and eventually you finally hear a little as the door opens. As you hear it open inside, a dark interior, a hallway in, and what seems to be the library beyond.
Alright. Should I use my, what's it called?
Your elf light.
Produce flame? Or guide? Which one is it? Produce flame?
That's, yeah.
That's the one. What's guidance sound?
Guidance is something you cast on yourself. It lasts a minute, or you cast it on someone, and for that minute they have advantage on. No, I'm sorry. They add 1d4 to all of their skill checks.
Okay.
So, like when he was testing, you could have gone like guidance,
Okay.
and given him an extra d4 for his skill check.
Okay.
it doesn't really work for long-term things, like creeping around a building, or something that might take longer than a minute.
Okay.
But for like an instance of something, like, what's that over there? And you peer in that moment. Or it's like, I'm going to go try to persuade this guy real quick to do this thing. It's like, boom, and then try to get it done in a minute. Or like, trying to pry open the door.
Okay.
Those would be instances where you could use guidance.
Okay.
But like, I'm going to guide us through the forest all day. It's like, that's a little...
Not how you do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to decipher these rooms to see which one's the men's room. That might be... Yeah, then let's go.
Okay. Do we send Carmen in first?
I would.
Okay.
She can sneak through a hallway pretty well, I feel like.
Oh boy.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Things are about to get real.
All right, as you sit down just outside the door with Fogel there, close your eyes, and suddenly you are Carmen. You're familiar. And you quietly scooch on inside. First thing you see here.
First thing you see is a battle grid.
Oh no.
The hallway.
Of course we're gonna have a battle.
Looks like a utility hallway. There's a little small doors. It looks like this is like a staff area.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
All right. So the first thing we see is that. Where are we coming in?
Let's see, Miss Carmen.
Over there.
Why don't we give you guys some minis?
Okay.
Oh, cute. Go ahead and choose a mini, a silver one, if you'd be so kind.
Silver mini.
Silver.
Do you want one of these things to be Carmen?
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh my god.
That works.
It's Carmen.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Did you? Wow, that's amazing.
There's a crab over here. And a starfish. Oh my god. Wow.
Squid and a dargan. And the back of this was the yellow sponge. But he got cannibalized. Converted into a tiger, which is now Carmen.
I'm gonna be battle axe dude.
All right.
So this 3 squares wide part is where we are, the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So we're like not in the hallway yet, like back here, right?
Yeah, you're outside. Maybe, honestly, it might be more like 10 feet. That's probably how wide hallways are in real life, right?
Yeah.
That sounds about right. All right.
I'm gonna be this one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of dim in here, so with just Carmen, you could extend on out, but it looks like after the hallway, it looks like it opens up into a wider area.
Yep.
Beyond.
Okay.
Beyond.
And see here, there's a wall here extending this way.
Okay. Send Carmen in to have a look around.
That'd be tragic if she got zombed.
Can she run back on?
She's fast enough.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna send her in a little farther.
All right, how much farther? Each square is 5 feet.
You
move up to 30.
Move up to 30, right? Yeah. Okay, so there's like a little corner here.
Yeah.
It opens up, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, perfect.
All right, she creeps forward, kind of rounds the corner. Would you go ahead and make a perception check for me, if you'd be so kind?
17.
17. You see the wall extend a little bit. Then open up, and beyond you can see out here is library stacks. As
I just thought of the archives from GoldenEye with the green walls, beige and green walls. Down, 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 down. Down, down,
see.
down, down.
There's a wall here and here, but you can see there is a doorway. Right here.
Okay.
This is all wall. This is... Actually, you probably don't see this then, because it's not there yet. But there's a doorway in the exterior here.
Okay.
There is more wall here. And... here. Otherwise, this is all section of library.
Okay. Book stacks.
Yes.
Okay.
Fact. Let me just... There's also one doorway here. This seems to be stack interior. You'd have to get closer to see. You can see there's big open windows here. There's what looks like more stacks in this room, but it's walled, and none of the glass here seems cracked or broken.
Okay.
Door looks closed. You're gonna have to get closer, but in here you can see some tables, some chairs. You can see some more stacks of libraries. You don't see what's back here yet.
Oh boy. Okay. Can I send Carmen... I think I want her to maybe just like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like right here?
Yeah.
She says, "Don't send me to my death."
I know. It's okay. I
Do you
can
have a trash
bring you
can,
back
by
to
the way?
life.
Do you have a trash can, by the way?
Oh, it's next to the sink on the right.
Yep, that's the one. Pull it out. Wow.
Pull out. That's what she said.
As you round the corner, you can see the stacks in here. And over here you can see there's actually a really colorful area. Including a sort of central like sitting circle. And you can tell that from the paint on the walls and the colorful array of books in this segment, this looks like a children's book area.
Okay.
And you can see, make a perception check if you'd be so kind.
18.
Looks like there are some feet sticking out, lying down, face down, from behind one of the stacks.
Oh, lordy.
On the
Yikes.
far side of the children's play area, near the back wall.
Okay.
From this distance, it's a little too far to tell what kind of feet. But they are feet.
Right. I see some feet in the children's area.
Carmen likes feet.
Carmen does like feet, but Carmen is me, and I'm Carmen right now.
Might as well get closer. They're probably dead feet. Dead beans.
But what if it's a zombie?
What if it gets up?
Exactly. What if Carmen can't get away?
She will. She's a lot faster than a zombie.
Is she a lot faster than a zombie?
I'm pretty sure she is. If you just think about it, these aren't like sprinters. These are like...
From the, I'd say from the zombies you guys have seen, they don't move as fast as people, and Carmen can move slightly faster when she's
Rolled.
jogging.
Rolled up. Is the zombie laying this way?
Looks like it. Yeah, you can probably see just the feet part at the back, but
Okay.
seems to be behind a stack, face down.
Okay.
If it is a zombie.
Let's see. I guess I could get a little closer.
It could be a raider captain sleeping.
That's true. I'd say I better go. Maybe right here.
All right. Anything in particular you want to do as you sneak? Oh, if you want to sneak, make a sneak check.
Or just, I mean, just like...
Yeah, I got you. As you round the sort of central play area, denoted by this red thingy, the open area there of the children's play area, go ahead and make a sneak check.
Sneak?
Yeah.
Or...
Sneak.
What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry, a stealth check.
Stealth, okay.
Sorry.
Okay. 11.
11. As you get close, you can see it looks like feet, maybe women's feet. They aren't wearing high heels. They're wearing flat-soled feet. They look like
ballet flats.
They look like dress shoes, but they're flat-bottom dress shoes. Dress shoes made for lots of standing and walking.
Okay.
As you get close, Carmen tries to get in some
Carmen.
coffee.
Hey, no.
You can see the feet start to... You can almost feel Carmen let out an involuntary or something. And as she does, the feet start to twitch.
No!
They twitch some more. They start to scramble. You can see there's something that's getting up
okay.
over there.
Can I pull Carmen out?
Yeah. Want to have her run out or...
Yeah, let's have her, like...
All right.
Run away.
Does she look behind as she dashes out?
Yeah. She's a lot faster than a zombie.
Yeah.
As you get there and look back behind, you see rounding the corner, shambling out. It looks like an older woman, dressed almost like a librarian.
Okay.
With a...
Zombrarian.
It's odd. She doesn't seem to... This glance in the dim interior, there is light coming through all the windows, but at first glance you don't see any wounds upon her, but she does look very thin.
Okay.
And disheveled.
Okay.
As you dart away, you can see it starting to move in your direction as you lose sight. And return here.
Okay. Hey, baby. Glad to have you back.
Is she all, like, puffed out, like, hair standing up?
Up to you. Do you think she would be?
I think she's probably got, like, some blood stains on her shirt. You know? Maybe, like, a chunk out of her arm.
I'm talking about Carmen.
Oh, Carmen. She's looking... I don't know. Carmen doesn't look disheveled. I think Carmen's fine.
Okay.
She didn't look disheveled when I just told her no.
Okay, well, we need to deal with this zombrarian.
Should I...
What weapon do you have? I've got my bat. My trusty baseball bat.
My amulet?
You have a dagger and a hand axe.
Where is it?
And then,
not seeing
Bobo, you have the tiger, which I think is a club. And you have a baseball bat, aka a warhammer. And you have a garand.
Where does it say the dagger? Oh, there it is. Club, a dagger. I don't have all that stuff. It's like there's like an auto-populated.
That's not. That's things you're proficient in. It should be in your equipment. Try actions or attacks.
I'm in
down
actions.
One. Up one more.
Attack. There we go. Good lord.
See, hand axe.
Hand axe. There we go. Okay, I have a hand axe.
All right.
And I've got ice knife.
Yeah, it's a spell.
Yeah.
You should have some cantrips as well.
Produce flame. Where's the other one? And then,
About now, as you're collecting yourselves and trying to think what you're going to do, in the dim interior, you see stumbling around the corner. You hear going... The librarian lady turns in your direction and starts to shamble.
Okay. My produce flame can cause some damage.
Could, as you see her stumbling through the dry, dark interior of the library.
All that flammable
approaching. What would either of you like to do as she gets closer?
I'm gonna step forward and bat her up.
Okay, good.
All right.
What are you gonna use?
I believe you are still hurt a bit, I believe. But yes, as you go forward,
oh yeah, you're right. I have 7 HP out of 12.
You can make your way on in and make an attack roll.
I'm not gonna get wasted by one fucking zombie. All right. Oh, God. Attack rolls are the D20, right?
Yes.
What do I add to it?
Your 2 hit.
My 2 hit is plus 3 to hit with the Warhammer, right?
Should be, yes.
Yep. All right. Roll for hit.
6.
9.
All right, with a 9, at the base of the bite you go in, but now in the interior as it gets closer and closer, you pause your moving forward as it's moving to you, and you try to swing, but you don't quite time it right, and it kind of it's a little short.
Use your melee weapon.
I'm gonna produce flame.
You're gonna burn down the library. You're gonna burn down the brewery. That's why your DM just told you all that dry hallway material is in front of you.
Okay, fine.
You can do what you want. If you want to use fire, go ahead.
I'm gonna use my axe. Okay,
use your axe.
I'll use my axe.
Do you want to throw it, or do you want to go in and get into melee range and hit it?
I think I need melee range. Yeah.
All right. Say right now, Mr. Fogel.
Fun.
You want to move your mini up in melee range?
Yep. Okay, there's me.
All right, make an attack roll.
Okay, what do I do for this?
Roll a d20 and add your 2 hit.
2 hit? What is that?
It should be
T-O.
first column. Here's like this one, the potato. Produce flame says +5.
Oh, yeah.
And that's spells. Go back to actions. To attack, hand axe to hit +0, because I guess you're not terribly strong.
Okay. So it's just d20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better roll well.
Your ice knife is +5, as is your produce flame. Produce flame, you have to be in point blank range.
Oh, yeah.
No, as everyone said you could throw it, that's right. But your ice knife actually does more damage than the flame.
Yes.
The ice knife has a better 2 hit, doesn't it?
But yeah, go ahead and swing with the hand axe.
14.
That sounds like
14 hits, roll damage.
Okay, d6. 2.
2, you bring the axe in, you chop it down, it hits the lady's upper torso and just sinks in, nothing seems to come out. Almost gets caught, you pull it out. The thing kind of like lurches a little from the blow, then looks in your direction, the dead milky eyes. In your direction, but not seeing you. Yeah. As it swipes at you with its hand.
Oh no!
Smelling real bad.
It's going to be a 12 to hit.
Armor class is 12.
Alright, that hits. So that's going to be 6 points of slashing damage
That's
as the
bad.
fingers rake across you.
That's really bad.
It's okay. You didn't get bit. It's fine.
6 points. I have 4 out of 10 now.
Alright. Which of y'all would like to... It's the y'all's turn. I'd say since it's the 2 of y'all, one of you can go first or the other.
If the 2 of us can't kill a single zombie together, then I guess we deserve to get zombed in the hallway.
What is that? Oh, okay, fine.
Do you want me to get out the Garand?
No, I don't want you to get out the ground.
Snap decision. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna swing again with that
Swing
fucking
away.
bat.
All right.
Swing away, just like M. Night Shyamalan said. 18. Hey, plus 3. Plus 3 is 21.
Alright, that hits. Roll damage.
Alright.
All right, 1d8. So it's
Or 1d10 if it's two-handed. You don't have a shield equipped, so I'm assuming it's two-handed, right?
yeah, it would be the two-handed.
All right, roll a d10.
Rolling my d10. I don't get to use
Plus
this.
2.
I don't get to. What's the plus 2 from?
Your strength.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, plus 1. Never mind. Go ahead.
Plus 1 to 0. 1.
So the 0 on the d10 is 10.
Oh,
So,
cool.
so 10 plus 1 is 11. So, what happens? How do you want to do
Chop her
this?
head off.
Well, I aim for the head, and the head explodes like a rotten pumpkin.
All right.
Just like in The Walking Dead.
And splattering against the wall here. The librarian's now craniumless torso just falls back. And now you notice, oh yeah, it doesn't smell good at all. No, indeed. But this threat has now been ended.
Okay.
Better hope there's not more zombies because one of them is more than a match for two of us together.
I need to heal myself. How do I heal myself?
Well, you could do cure wounds. You could do a healing word.
Because like 4 out of 10, that's pretty bad.
It's not great.
Yeah, your health bar is orange right now.
Yeah. Can I? Because I get 2 spells a day, right? Yeah, 2 slots.
Yeah, per long rest at the moment until you level up. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to spend one of them to heal,
should I?
it's your call. Your spells. Your call.
Because I could still have 1 cast of Ice Knife.
Is Ice Knife a cantrip or a leveled spell?
It's a spell.
Ah, gotcha.
Cure Wounds is a spell as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because Produce Flame and Guidance are my cantrips.
Understand.
And then I've got Cure Wounds, Good Berry, Ice Knife, and Speak with Animals
Gotcha.
as my...
How many good berries can you create? Does it say?
No. I don't think so.
You can
I
click
don't
on the
know
spell.
where...
Because I believe with good berry...
Up to 10 berries appear in your hand.
So the fun thing about good berry is each good berry restores 1 hit point.
Oh.
So in essence, that is 10 hit points you can dole out as needed.
Okay.
So
So I should, like...
So if you wanted to cast good berry and you had 10 good berries, you had 10 1 HP berries. You could take some, Bobo could take some.
Okay.
Might be a nice way of divvying up a set amount of hit points.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
You can heal yourself the 6 to go to full health, and I can get the other 4 and go to 11 out of 12.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, let me cast Good Berry.
Alright, as you...
What does that look like when you cast it?
What does it look like?
Do you do like a...
I feel like... Let me think about it. Because it's probably going to, like, appear in my hand, right? There's probably a little flash of light, and then all of a sudden I have, like, these, like, sweet little berries.
10 plump, scrumptious-looking berries that seem like they have a little more to them than would meet the eye.
Like lembas bread.
Like lembas berries, yes. And funny thing about good berry, each good berry has enough nutrients to sustain a grown person for a single day.
Okay.
So
Okay, let me...
So as you divvy out the good berries, I'd say you go back up to max, and Mr. Fogel, you go up to 11. And you guys are here inside, at the just inside the corner. As you feel some of your wounds and your aches healing, you feel that rake across your upper torso healing and filling in. You guys feel much better now. And as you listen, you don't hear any further sound at the moment from inside.
Let's see if there's anything useful on that Zombrarian's corpse. Always loot the corpse.
Yep, that's true.
Make perception. I'd say make an investigation check.
Maybe for both of us.
Either one of you.
I get +3. So.
Or if you want to if you want to cast
I get
guidance.
perception. Oh yeah, guidance.
What
do I do?
You just cast guidance to just sort of go inside and just sort of try to summon an aura of care
I
and.
can roll a d4.
Yeah.
Can I roll the d4? I want to roll the 20 and the 4 at the same time.
But it's mine. I'm casting guidance.
Oh, I thought you were casting it on me.
Generally, it's up to whoever wants to roll the. I'd say if you'd like to roll the d4, it is your fault. You could go ahead and roll the d4 to see how much you can add to your roll in addition to your thing. But that's sort of up to y'all how you want to have who rolls the dice.
Do you wanna roll it so you can roll them together?
Yeah, give me your yellow and I'll roll it.
There you go.
All right.
There you go, baby.
Give me the yellow.
Give me the yellow. 3 plus.
Oh, no.
Is that a natural one? Oh, wow, that sucks.
Well,
Let's get the 3 added to it.
3 plus a natural one. Sadly, it's still
a...
Yeah. Well, I'll say,
still a pile of shit.
As you look down at the dead librarian, the thought of patting it down crosses your mind, but as you lean down, suddenly the smell kind of hits you, and then as it does, you kind of realize your eyes are looking at the just like pumpkin gourd blast of the dead cranium all against the wall, and your stomach repulses and you turn away.
There's like half of an upper jaw like sticking to the wall directly.
Oh my, that's very colorful. Okay, yeah, sure.
Can I sit there and be like, let me do it? Can I make the perception check?
I'll say go ahead and just make a straight perception check.
Okay. I also have +3. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Good job.
You notice a couple things. This woman looks bone dry. You also, aside from the head explosion, you don't see any wounds or nicks or nabs visible at all.
Huh.
The clothes look like they've been worn for quite a few days in a row, but
She's been dried out.
I'd say with a natural 20, you get the feeling that maybe she just died. And became a zombie after she died, not from getting bit. She just became a zombie after she died.
This is Walking Dead rules where everybody dies and becomes a zombie even if they didn't get bit.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, he's going to break the chair and get horribly
It's going to be like...
You go right up through, or come out right up here.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Final destination.
Won't make it to the hospital. That might make it to the hospital if you don't pull it out. But...
1,000 ways to die.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Never pull out something that impaled you.
Indeed. You also know something else. A ring of keys.
That's what I was hoping for.
That's what I was hoping for
A
too.
little ring of keys right there, just kind of hidden up under the inside of her coat in a nondescript place. And with that natural 20, you get the keys, and you can see there's quite a few keys on there.
Filling up that old lady torso.
Oh boy.
Headless old lady torso.
Headless dry old lady torso, yes. But you have some keys. Maybe a clue as to what happens to people who die even without being bitten.
Stand by.
Do you need to go to the bathroom?
No.
Where are you going?
BRB.
Mr. Whisper.
Hold tight. 30 seconds.
What's up?
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. I'm going to keep going. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19.
It's a very generous 19.
18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
Anna, how do you throw your voice like that? It sounded like you were coming from over there for a second.
It just, takes a special talent.
Is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird?
Is that from a movie?
Hang on, I'll just show it to you. Pausa. Let's see. What was that?
I sent you this morning.
You did. Hang on.
Is that a in message? Could you send that to me? We need to send that to some folks. That is funny as fuck. Thanks. That's funny. All right.
Oh boy.
So you have keys, and you have the interior of the library.
Alright.
You guys peek around the corner, you can see stacks, a closed doorway here, and an interior room with more stacks in here. And also you can see some stacked newspaper. You can see some big windows here and here, a closed door. None of those windows look broken or forced.
Okay.
Okay, so
We going in here first?
my friend the dragon is a children's book, so we should probably look in the children's section first.
Oh, okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
Right.
Let's look at the children's section.
All right, as you guys come across the children's section, each of you make an investigation check. as you look for I Love You, Dear Dragon by Margaret Hillert.
17.
Natural 1. I am no help. I don't know what this book is. You're the book person.
How much did you get, Mr. Fo? 17? With a 17. You look through, after about an hour, you thoroughly go through almost the entire children's section. And two things come to mind. The first is you cannot find that particular book.
Oh.
But the second thing is this. You notice that some books are missing. Evidently they've been checked out. And you might be able to find records of who checked out if you can find sort of office or check-in area.
Makes sense.
Which doesn't seem to be in here, but with that roll, I'll say through this door, you can see older records. This looks like a more secure book area. And then through this door, you can see more stacks, and you can see those big bay windows out near the front there, beyond which is that big metal dome in the yard. And through there, you think might be the entryway, the entrance to the library proper.
Let's go to that records area.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right, as you approach the door,
Is Carmen still back here?
it is locked. Oh, you can have her with you if you like.
Yeah. Bring that baby over.
So it is locked, but
I have the keys.
you do have keys. After a couple tries, you find one that works. With a the door opens, and inside you see more stacks of books, more rows of books. In here, the books are older. You see a little plaque that says that this is some random person's memorial archive. Evidently some donor or the family of the donor. But in here you find older books, and I'm going to say each of y'all make another investigation check.
21.
12.
Well, you beat a 20, which is good, because in a back section of this area, in a nondescript area with some old books about the fishing and the plant life of the Hampton Roads region, you find one particular book that catches your eye. It's called Healing Plants of the Bible, History, Lore, and Meditations by Vincenzina Krimov.
Oh, I can't look. How's it spelled?
Vincenzina
Yeah.
Krymow.
Krymow. Okay.
The funny thing about this book, it looks like an odd,
Gotta be a real name.
weird, nondescript book. It's like, what the... But as you look at it, you notice a shimmer. This is an illusory book. And as the illusion breaks, now both of you can see an old grimoire. At the top it says the Liber Apothecarium.
Okay.
The Liber Apothecarium.
As you open it up, it says Liber Apothecarium 1632. As you guys leaf through the pages, just at first glance, again, it's dense. But with that 21, I'll say you get the impression that the contents of this book might be able to be used to tell you how to maybe make healing potions or cure disease potions. And towards the end, you notice a portion talking about how to stave off magical plagues, necromantic plagues, things like that.
Okay.
Perhaps with some reading, some very useful information could be garnered.
I think I need this book.
You're gonna pick it up.
All right, so you add the Liber Apothecarium to your book bag. As Mr. Fogel, you already have the Malleus Maleficarum in your book bag.
Oh, yeah.
You seem to have picked over the sensitive book section pretty well. You do not find I love you, dear dragon, or the Necronomicon in here, though. All that remains is that one other door.
Was there a place where I can look up records of people who might have checked out?
Well, that's the thing. You don't find an office area back here, or a records desk, or a reception desk back here. But through that doorway here into this area beyond, you see, in that area over there, you see the big bay windows of the main atrium, the main entranceway. You think in there might be the information you desire. I would say it's not back here.
Let's head over there.
Okay. Sounds good.
You guys make your way. Door is also locked. I will say there's a large window on the door, but you can see that on the opposite side there's a small barricade. And the door seems to open outward into that barricade.
Okay.
There's a barricade like right on the other side of the door?
Yes.
Okay. Might need to have a little more force upon entry. Or is there a way we can sneak around and get into that from another angle? What do you think?
There are probably outside windows, but breaking a giant curtain window like that is gonna be loud as hell. Really loud.
Right.
It's probably better to try to force the barricade, and if we're unable, we'll have to figure something else out.
Okay. Force the barricade.
All right.
Not sure what the barricade is made of. Maybe it's made out of.
Looks like planks of wood, maybe some unbooked wooden shelving kind of propped up against it.
Oh.
Looks like it'd be possible to strong arm it out of the way. Hello, Kitty. What do you do? So who wants to shove?
And are you feeling beefy?
My athletics is 0.
Oh yeah. Well, mine is +1.
I think you're forcing your way in. Solid.
No. Is there anything you want to do to assist?
I'll add. I guess I could add guidance.
How many times can you do that?
That's a cantrip, so it's kind of infinite.
Oh, dang.
But it's mostly just for single instance things. Like you couldn't really use it to help you navigate through the forest all day. You could do it for like help me force this door, or help me pick this lock.
Gotcha.
Also, it's one of those things where since it requires components and it's obvious you're casting a spell, if you're like talking to someone and then you cast guidance on someone while they're talking, the other person will be like, you just cast a spell on him? What's going on? But also might be one of those things where if you cast it on someone beforehand, then you go in and just do a really short conversation real quick, it might have effects. Because it lasts like a minute, I think. But anyway, yes. As Annie here casts guidance, you feel a steady... You almost feel like there's another hand behind yours as you try to... As you first unlock the door and then try to force it open. So, make your athletics check.
So you, I guess, do... It says the target can roll a d4.
Okay.
And
I'll roll a d4. I'll roll my d4.
Okay.
My Soviet d4.
All right.
You try to force it.
11 plus 1 plus 2 is 14.
14. The 14, you get a... There's a very loud sound of wooden scraping as you force the door open just enough for a person to get through in one sharp push. But with that roll, I'd say the amount of noise is pretty heavy. Each of y'all make a perception check.
Perception.
What am I perceiving right now?
Let's find out.
Perception. Plus 0.
I got 14.
I got 4. How does a ranger not have good perception? Oh well.
I guess it's one of the ones you didn't... You must have chosen a different one, I guess.
Should have chosen perception.
With a 14, could have sworn you heard some sort of jingling sound very briefly.
Okay.
After that happened.
Jingling. More jingling. Ryan, what do you think?
I think there's something creepy that's jingling nearby.
Definitely creepy.
There's a bunch of stacks
Speaking of creepy.
It's a... That's a mugshot.
Truly. Oh my god, Florida woman. Right there.
Svetlana, the accused arsonist.
Carmen, hey, will you come help me?
See, we have our atrium bay windows. We have our main entrance
Do you want to sneak?
double doorway.
You want to sneak and see what's around the barricade?
And we have a front desk.
I wonder if that jingle
With
belongs
some
to some kind
more
of boss.
stats.
Big boss.
Oh, that must be the front desk.
I'd say that's all you'll see with the 14. There's still some areas you can't see. There's more stacks in here, but you get the gist.
And those are, what are the gray?
Those three by themselves are the big bay windows that go from floor to ceiling. And also the 14, you need to get closer to get more detail of all that stuff. But that's what you can see from the doorway.
And then over here to the left
That's
is
the
the door.
big double doors.
Okay.
The main entrance.
Okay.
I kind of want to strain my ears and see if I can hear that jingle again.
You guys stay still. Stay utterly quiet. I'll say go ahead and each of y'all make another perception check.
38.
I got 17.
13 and a 17. You listen. You hear the rustling, tiny bit of breeze, just a tiny bit. But it tells you something. There's...
Yeah.
You can hear a tiny bit of rustling of leaves of a tiny bit of breeze, which means that either a doorway is open, or some windows are open, or some windows are broken. But there is some sound from outside that can be heard through this now open doorway in the stillness that abounds. But as you listen more, you don't hear another jingle, and you don't hear any scuffling or movement inside.
Okay.
Okay.
I think. Should we move through?
I got to.
Okay.
Sneak in there and see what we can see.
Okay. To the door.
Alright, as you guys enter on in, I'd say, if y'all would be so kind, to each make another investigation check.
Okay.
As you explore this segment of the library.
Ooh, I got 20. Not natural.
Dirty 20?
Yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I got a natural non-20.
What does that mean?
10.
10. Alright. You guys work together and peruse. Miss Anna, you're the one who eventually finds that, well, yes, of course they have computers and electronic systems here. It's 2022. 3. It's been long. It's 2023. They have electronic systems. However, here's the thing. You are able to eventually find paper records. As you leaf through, Mr. Fogel, you come over and assist, and you both look through, and eventually you find some information after about an hour of looking. We're going to come back to something else you find with that dirty 20 perception over this hour. In looking through the written records, you find that earlier this year, a Mr. Robert Franklin checked out the book I Love You, Dear Dragon by Margaret Hillard from the Newport News Library in Hilton 5 months ago on January 23rd, 2023. He renewed it 5 times in a row. It was eventually due back May 29th, but it was not returned and is now over 4 weeks overdue.
He's using it for some kind of incantation. I guarantee it.
The other thing you notice
Robert Franklin.
is his contact address. You're able to copy it down, but it lists a house in downtown Smithfield. I'll just say nebulously an address, and you find the address. So copy down his address. And I'll say with that roll, you guys notice something else as this is wrapping up. You hear the jingle again. And this time you can see all 3 of those bay windows are shattered. Looks like they were shattered inward at some point, but aside from a little bit of cuffle and kerfluffus, those might not be real words, but anyway.
Kerfluffus.
You notice the 2 main doors are closed and barred and barricaded. But outside one of those windows, in the direction of the Methodist church, you see a little movement when you hear that sound. You see what looks like a little small creature darting back and forth on 4 legs in association with that jingle going to the Methodist church.
Can we tell what it is?
I'd say
What's it
dirty
look like?
20. It looks doggish.
Dog-ish.
It's just a glimpse.
Okay.
But dog would probably be the...
Making that jingling sound.
I guarantee you that's not a...
Don't you dare say I didn't tell you so.
Guarantee you that's not a normal dog.
You were gonna have a wedding, but instead it's a funeral.
Cause of death. Being a dumbass sitting in an old chair like that.
He got Vlad the Impaler by his own chair.
I guarantee you that's not a normal dog.
Yep.
It's probably some kind of a horror dog.
Agreed. Okay.
How big did it seem? Did it seem like Jack Russell, like cute sized or like scary sized?
Small to medium. Like a small medium, maybe like Bentley sized.
Can I see what was causing the jingle?
When you heard it, you looked out the window and you saw coming from there about the area of the sound of that jingle, kind of far out in the yard, loud, just leaving your vision heading towards the Methodist church.
Okay. So I couldn't see if there was like anything on it, like a bell or like something tied to
You did have a natural 20. I'd say it looked like he had a little mini backpack.
Okay.
Or something on its back. Like it might have been one of those like thunder vests. It might have been a raincoat. It might have been a little mini backpack.
Okay.
It had something on its back. But just that glimpse, with no higher than that, it's hard to see. And you only
dog.
just barely glimpsed the dog.
Okay.
Cute.
That dog's.
I'd say it's getting to be late afternoon now. It's already dim and grim with the permanent black clouds, but it's starting to get dimmer and grimmer as the light's starting to fade. Yeah, you've still got some time. You still got some hours, but it's not too far from dinner now. Not too far from 6 p.m.
Do you want to camp out in the library?
Maybe if we want to like close off those entrances again.
We could go upstairs. There's a second floor, right?
Is there actually a second floor to the library? There probably is, isn't
There
there?
probably is. I think it is. At least. There might even be more than that.
Sure.
Oh no!
Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh no! Do we want to go someplace we haven't been? Can we just go back in here and like shut ourselves in?
Let me just go plan a second floor real quick. Okay.
Oh
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! Oh
no! Second floor. Don't plan a second floor. We can just stay in the first
Okay.
floor.
You can see kind of up above, in between like this sort of segment here, is a third floor, kind of hanging out over this part here. This area in here is all open air, so this is exposed. You don't hear any movement from up here, but you don't know what else is going on upstairs either. I'll just set this second floor up here, and I'll say there's a stairwell. This is going to be the stairwell. It's going to be here. It's going to come up like right there. Right there.
Okay.
I didn't go scout the interior of this in real life. I'm just winging it.
I just know because I've been in there in real life.
Well, can you describe the second floor for me then?
The inside of the building is like... I want to say there's like... The center walkway like goes way up, and there's like a mezzanine up there with like
All right.
a railing, like a long
Right.
railing.
That's sort of what I was envisioning, because I've been in there before, but it's been a long time. So this is going to be your sort of open-air mezzanine second floor up here in the main atrium.
Give me my thing.
So
Oh,
Oh God.
Jesus. In.
he says, "No, ma'am. Feed me." All right, so there's a stairway that connects here to here
Yep.
to get to the mezzanine up here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the only entranceway in here.
Do you want to sleep up there, or do you want to try to get to a shelter before it gets really dark? Keeping in mind that we're in the middle of a war zone of death and destruction.
That's true. I don't want to get stuck up on the second floor either. If we get stuck, what if somebody else is looking for the same book? What do you think?
There's always the danger of getting stranded up there with only one way out.
Okay, but
Although
like,
being high up and defending like a choke point is easy if someone's trying to get up those stairs.
I'll say from inside, although you haven't tried to go up the stairs yet, from the amount of interior light, you can tell that some interior light is coming inside from the upstairs. So evidently there are windows up there as well as down here.
you want to
But
Yeah.
they would be second floor windows.
Okay.
Let's go up there.
All right, let's go up there.
Let's go up there.
Fine.
All right.
Fine.
As you guys go to the stairs, start making your way up slowly but surely. As you get towards the top, you notice the top is barricaded off.
Oh shit.
As you slowly get up, each of y'all make perception checks as you get to the top of the stairs, if you'd be so kind.
Natural 1.
11.
Well, you're second. You're the second person in line, so you're mostly keeping an eye on the rear. But Anna, kind of glance up, and you see that up here looks like it's pretty disheveled up here. It looks like someone tried to bundle some stuff together and make put soft things in a pile, a couple piles to make a makeshift couple beds. You look like there's scattered food wrappers, empty water bottle. There's some empty food stuff. You don't, aside from the one water bottle, you don't see any other liquid containers or empty liquid containers up here.
Okay.
Looking around, you find a small stack of personal effects. You see a dead cell phone and a wallet. As you look inside, the inside of the wallet, the driver ID kind of looks like the librarian lady from earlier.
Okay.
And the remains of a crude barricade that had been taken down at the top of the steps. That could, in theory, be reapplied. You also notice that the windows up here on the top floor, all of them are still intact
Okay.
and can be seen out of.
All right. Rest up here.
Just look around and make sure there's nothing dangerous up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then barricade that stairwell as best we can, and then get some sleep.
Okay.
We can eat some of my canned goods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you guys have a pretty good supply of food and water from a couple of houses of rummaging. What do you do for light or heat or anything? Do you not try to do incognito, no light or heat, and just hang out?
It's June, so
It's not terribly cold.
Fine. Yeah.
It is.
probably just.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we can probably just lay down on the floor.
Probably.
Oh,
There were some leftover bedding and stuff up there.
Yeah, there's
We
some
can
leftover,
use
awkwardly piled up soft things.
Hopefully nobody peed in it.
Variety of decorative pillows or furniture, cushions.
that. Decorative pillows. Who pees on decorative
That sounds
pillows?
that sounds reasonably comfy, actually.
Sounds good.
With looking through up there, there's a corner that has a bucket kind of further away from everything else, but well.
With my colon the way it is, that bucket's probably gonna get used at least twice.
Oh dear. Oh goodness.
Goodness.
All right, I'm going to say, why don't you guys go ahead and make a perception check each for the course of the night as you try to quietly, and actually, one of you make a stealth check, one of you make a perception check to to see how things go and trying to be quiet, unobtrusive, and silent.
My perception's 3, and my stealth is 1.
My stealth is higher, so I'll do the stealth.
Okay, so I'll do perception.
Plus 2 on top of 18 is a dirty 20.
I got 9.
And you were doing 9 perception? Or 9 stealth?
Perception.
You got dirty 20 stealth? Well, that's good. Over the course of the night, as evening comes and falls, you guys do a good job of being quiet, not making almost any noise, barely even whispering. Being quiet in your eating, quiet in your talking, quiet in your existing, and quiet in your sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Even your farts are quiet.
Even your fights are silent but deadly. And you don't seem to draw any awareness. I'd say you said you got a twin?
9.
9.
Uh-oh.
With that 9, it's getting to be later in the evening. The double-digit hours of night. You're both trying to fitfully sleep. You think you hear some noise from outside. But more than that, through those... It's sort of a mezzanine opening up here. It's all open air in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see out through those busted glass windows.
Mm-hmm.
Through the mist and haze. There's a glow. A light. Big light. And it's a sort of a violet, light purple color. As you approach from further north up the road. Just get brighter and brighter. I'd say with 10, you can't make out much in the mist. From your vantage and from with your stealth being hidden down, so you can't quite see what's in the road. But you hear sounds. You hear moaning.
Oh, no.
Soft, quiet moans, but there are so many of them that together they create kind of almost a low din, as of many, many, many multitudes. And that violet light slowly moves through, and with it the din. And then you can see another, just as the light is almost fading, another purple light appears. Seems to follow it, more moaning. The moaning doesn't stop. The sound of movement. You can hear the odd metal clanking, cruck, that's not a word, as cars are being bumped into, and nicked and dented.
Okay.
But again, with that 10, you can't see what it is, you can only hear.
Okay.
This goes on for an hour. Then a second hour. Yet another purple light leaves, another purple begins over and over. As the current of moaning and low noise continues. This goes on for a third hour.
Oof. Okay.
It goes on for a fourth hour. Goes on for a fifth
Oh my god.
hour. As it's most of the way through the 6th hour, finally, the last light fades. And eventually, bless you,
Thanks.
the sound recedes with that last purple light. Goes back to black of night, or early morning now. You try to finish your fitful sleep. It's back to being quiet.
Creepy. Quite creepy.
Okay.
As an EFO, you probably are aware of this too.
Are we feeling terrified or more like weirded out?
I feel like it. Like we already know. Obviously, like world's gone to shit. I think we just wonder what's gonna happen next. I wonder what's gonna happen next. What does it mean?
As eventually dawn breaks, it starts to get a bit lighter outside. You guys finish your evening's fitful rest with that event having occurred, and now find yourself up here in the mezzanine.
Kind of feel like looking through our devil books, see if we can get any useful info.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe there's a chapter called the pink glow.
Lady Bear. What did I pick up?
You have the Libra Apothecarum.
That's right. And you have the...
I have the Malleus Maleficarum.
That's right. If you each want to start reading through your books, there's now plenty of light. I'd say each of y'all go ahead and make either history or arcana checks.
I have +3 history and also +3 arcana.
Your choice.
I'm +2 history and +2 arcana.
Your choice.
I'm doing arcana.
All right.
Okay, I'll do history.
+3 on top of 5.
+2 on top of 5 is 7.
All that dense, hard to understand,
It's all Greek to me.
So you got a 7?
Yeah, 7.
What'd you get?
8 total.
They're pretty dense. You, just looking through it, you feel like you don't have the right frame of mind at the moment. You don't run across anything pertaining to what happened last night. You spend a lot of days leafing through, and there might be info in here, but you feel like you need to thoroughly read through it. And at first glance, at least, you don't find anything. Not saying it's not there, it's just... It seems pretty dense, and you feel like you maybe need a better environment, more conducive to reading, I guess, or at least a quote-unquote better role.
You would think the library would be a good place, but I guess in the apocalypse it's just not.
Yeah, it's just a creepy building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with just an 8, I'd say you do get an indication that there's a lot of stuff in here about witchcraft and sorcery and necromancy, and a lot of these things, they're ritual based, but they can all be dealt with. There's nothing in here that looks like it's complete endgame apocalypse, end of the world, but everything in here can be dealt with at least. So looking through, you get a feeling that of all these different kinds of necromancies and sorceries, there are at least ways to deal with them. You just maybe have to read further to do that. And I'd say, if you roll, looking through this apothecarium, it's lots of information about how to collect and things. And towards the end, I'd say you identify that there's something about this recipe for a cure disease potion.
Oh.
It's something to do with also being able to prevent or undo magical maladies, necromantic maladies, undead maladies.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that lower roll, you need more reading, more effort, more time to try to figure out the specifics.
Okay.
That being said, I'd say it gets to be about late morning. You spend a lot of the morning reading through your tome as the light gets bright enough to at least try to read here in the quiet, silent library. As you're waiting, you hear the jingle again. It's getting later in the day. Knowing what to look for now, I'd say you look out and you see a little mud. It looks kind of like a little beagle mix. Just this time it's coming from the church. He's kind of heading out around the front, heading towards the road to go around and head down the road.
I'm picturing the Ukrainian mind-sniffing dog.
Bigger.
The Jack Russell, what's his name?
Yeah, Patron. Yeah, that's cute. I like that, though. That does sound pretty cute. I'm tempted to, mentally recast. Now it looks like that. There we go. Thank you.
Because he wears like a bulletproof dog vest.
Does he?
And I'd say, since you guys are looking for it now, it doesn't look like he's wearing a vest per se. It looks like he has a tiny little book bag, a little doggy book bag on his back. A little carrying case.
Cute. So it's not a devil dog, demon dog, zombie dog like I was thinking. I was picturing like a corrupted, like skinless, like bloated demon dog.
I was not actually. This is what I was picturing.
That's actually that's pretty close.
That's what I was picturing.
That's pretty close. Close enough for government work, as they say. So.
All right. What do you think?
If there's a dog, there must be an owner. And that makes me nervous.
It makes me nervous too.
Although a bad guy is less likely to have a cute dog.
Mm.
You know, just you figure that a bad guy would have like a big German Shepherd or you know,
a dog that could hurt you.
Yeah. If it's a cute dog, less likely to be a bad guy.
Yep.
Of course, maybe that's what he wants you to think.
Yeah. Do you want to follow the dog?
I kind of want to like see if the dog will come to us.
Yeah.
Can I do like a see if it'll come over?
I'd say it's still kind of far away. It's all outside. You'd have to leave the mezzanine. You'd probably have to go outside to try to approach
Oh, we're
it,
still
honestly.
we're still in the mezzanine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to go out there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. As you guys creep down the stairs, I'm gonna say both of y'all just each of y'all make a stealth check.
Okay.
We'll just go with the higher one.
Oh boy.
So make your way down the mezzanine, and which way are you exiting out?
6.
That side or this side?
17 through the busted doors. Through
Yeah,
the busted the windows here.
Oh, you go out through the front window onto the front lawn there. See the grass is overgrown. You can see the Methodist church kind of up to y'all's left, barricaded up. You can see it looks like something has swept through the road beyond of new. Something big, something like the previous thing that had swept through. Everything somehow looks even more cleared down.
Yikes.
But you guys are out here now. You know the dog went this way, back around, was heading that way. Back towards that rusted overpass area, or maybe beyond.
Okay.
Let's cautiously amble over there.
Yeah. Cautiously follow the dog.
As you make your way back around the church, heading, say, northeast on, just zoom in here. Oh. Come on, you, Jimmy. All right, where are we? There we go. Heading northeast on Main Street. As you approach that overpass again, looking down, let's open the door. Oh my. Can she open the door?
No, she's...
Well, she can disapparate through doors. I told you about that.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's terrifying. That's some scary stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
I told him the full story about how Carmen face shifted through the door up there.
Get ready for phase jump. Ambushing Ryan is but a phase of our existence.
Oh, two different games. We're mixing our game references.
Oh really? I thought those were both Vasari.
Waiting here is but a phase of our existence is the warp spiders.
Oh, it is. You're right. Thank you. Anyway.
Waiting here is but a phase of our existence.
What is this?
It's from Dawn of War, Dark Crusade.
Okay.
As you kind of creep around, I'd say Someone make a survival check to try to follow the path of the dog.
Mine's +3.
Mine's +2. Okay, you go.
I'm trying to do 10.
With a 10, as you get out, you feel like the dog has already gone ahead, but you try to go in the direction it was last traveling, the direction you think you heard. As you try to start to over the rise on the far side of the road from where the that rusted underpass off to your right, you can see a location pretty much in a straight line right over there on the far side of that rise by Tyler Avenue, called St. Matthew's Anglican Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks like it's boarded
What
up.
the fuck? Anglican Catholic Church? Which one?
St. Matthew's Anglican Catholic Church.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be English Catholics.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But it also looks like it's boarded up.
Ultrapreneur. Ultra elite.
Nice.
Okay. Also boarded up.
He went in that direction, or he...
Seems like he went in that direction.
Okay. What do you think?
We're gonna end up getting a gun held on us by somebody.
We need to find a gun. Wait, you have a gun, but yours is too loud.
Yeah, we need to get ourselves a quiet gun.
Mm-hmm. A silencer.
There's a gun store on Warwick Boulevard that we could probably walk to at some point.
It's true.
Anyways,
I bet plenty of the houses around here have guns too. Just find the ones that have Danny Diggs signs.
Danny Diggs?
He's the Republican candidate for summer. Just a joke.
trying to think if I want to continue following this dog and get into whatever situation results, or just like go somewhere else.
Well, you do have an address now.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's in Smithfield.
It's going to involve a 4.5 mile walk across a bridge, choked with abandoned cars and zombies.
That's true. Is there another way that we could get around by land to Smithfield, or does it have to be across the bridge?
It would involve going upriver. So
Yeah.
the next upriver crossing is like a good 50 miles up the river.
Okay.
Probably farther.
Okay. Could we take a little boat across?
Kayaks?
Kayaks?
These are all options. You can find the kayaks.
Taking a boat would be a lot better than walking across the bridge, I feel like.
Yep.
I can't imagine, like, walking across the bridge jam full of traffic and zombies and whoever else is on the bridge is, like, the least good option that we could possibly do.
That's what I would think. And we probably want to, like... I wonder if we'd want to stay more under the bridge. Does it provide a little more cover than being out in, like, the middle of the river?
You mean, like, if we get a boat?
Yeah, just, like, stick to it.
Possibly. We could investigate the marina. We could go by Sean and Madeline's and steal their kayaks.
Their kayaks? We could. I wonder if are they still alive? I don't remember. No, I don't know if we know.
You don't know. If you know where their house is in real life, that's a big help.
It's on Woodfin. So it's like down, across from Anna's Pizza. And they're like just a couple houses down from Warwick. So there's, I don't know what number.
Extremely close to, basically like 1 or 2 houses in from Warwick Boulevard. On the opposite side is Anna's Pizza.
All right. Yeah.
You see Woodfin?
Very nice. All right, yeah. That's what y'all want to... If y'all want to head in that direction.
Do we want... But the thing is, we would have to, like, get their boats and then somehow get them down there.
You can carry a kayak.
Be a lot to carry, though. And they're, like, you know, freaks and geeks around.
Yeah, we'd have to, like... Both of us would have to carry one of them to the river and leave it there and then go back for the second one.
Mm-hmm. And that's a lot.
Yeah, this would be a whole operation.
I guess it is only a couple blocks, because, like, there's Woodfin, and there...
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. And then there's, like...
Oh, God.
Is that Hilton? No, that's not Hilton Elementary. That's just private estates.
This is Boomer Estates on the river.
I wonder if we could take a boomer boat.
A boomer boat?
Maybe. We might be able to just, like, sneak down there. I bet there's, like, something that we could take that's already down there. Instead of going down to Sean and Madeline's.
1 hour 35. Probably a good break point.
Pretty much, if y'all, once y'all have this, do you want to finish deciding next time, or commit to a course of action here at the end of this, or?
We should commit to a course of action first.
I kind of feel like Gun Store, which is right next to Anna's, and then Sean and Madeline's.
I don't think we should go to Sean and Madeline's. If we get the... I don't know. I guess we could go and check on them.
Maybe they could join our party.
Maybe, if they're still alive. With Sean and Madeline...
Sean could be a halfling because he's British.
They probably very well would survive this thing. They would survive the apocalypse.
They might bug out to Lancaster.
That's true. Yep, they might have taken their kayaks with them.
Yeah, I'm thinking Gun Store first. And then maybe just the river and see if we can find a boomer boat.
Okay.
Because I'm sure you're aware, but the river is like... There's like hundreds and hundreds of docks and personal boats on the river.
And I think a lot of those houses that have waterfront property, probably a lot of them have their own boats and boat ramps and stuff.
Yep. And there's a marina, too.
That's true.
You know how to crew a sailboat?
No. Maybe in this game I do.
I took sailing lessons a long time ago.
What's the main sail?
I might be able to pilot a small sailboat.
I could put on a good pirate accent and add to the aesthetic.
Yeah, I'd give you +1 to your roll for that.
Nice.
Alright, so I'll say that the end of our adventure here, as you guys see this, decide to forego the dog thing and instead try to sneak further down the road towards the military surplus gun store. And then after that, try to cut back towards the river in a straightish line and search through boomer houses or the docks, trying to find a boomer boat.
A boomer boat.
A rich boomer boat. All right, guys.
Sounds like a course of action.
All right.
That's where we'll leave off on this exciting episode of the Fargo Apocalypse.
All right.